Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. In this video, I want to talk about Peter Obi and why he should not do anything to divide his base, because anything that would divide his base is going to lead to a catastrophic outcome in 2027 presidential election. If you look at President-elect, the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump kept his base intact while he was looking for the votes of the undecided American voters. He made sure that his MAGA base means Make America Great Again, was intact from the 2020 election in which he lost, to make sure that he grew his base further than what it was in 2020. Had it been that he didn't maintain, he couldn't keep that base intact, it would have been difficult for him in the November 5 presidential election in the United States. That is why it is important that Peter Obi ensure that his base is not divided, most unfortunately by his own utterances. First of all, you know in this channel that we love Peter Obi. So we are making this video from the place of love. That's what we are making this video, from the place of love. From the place of a channel that believed that Peter Obi was the best presidential candidate in 2023 and still remain the best presidential candidate ahead of 2027. But the ambition to make Peter Obi president can be thwarted if he does not keep his base intact ahead of 2027 election. Nothing should make him to seemingly or out of whatever reason to divide his base by his own utterances, by the interviews he grants. He should ensure that his base is intact. Without it, 2027 is not guaranteed. In any case, we know that the elections, the APC, they are perfecting how to rig the 2027 election the way they rigged 2023. But it will be easy for them to do that if Peter Obi's base is divided, and perhaps out of issues that came out from his own mouth, which will create division in his own base. But before I go further on that, let us look at the base of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is keeping his own base intact as much as he could. That was why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cancelled Ministry for Niger Delta Affairs and created Livestock Ministry for his own base, because all that action was taken with eyes fixated on 2027. That was why he cancelled Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs and created for his own base Ministry for Livestock. Tinubu is not a fool. He knows he's a is politically wise. That's why he did what he did. Cancelled Niger Delta Ministry and created Livestock Ministry for his own base. Now let us look at Tinubu's base so that we know where we are coming from. And then we'll now talk about why Peter Obi should be careful about his own base. In a press release dated 16th May 2023, titled El-Rufai Deserves Juicy Post, Muslim Rights Concern Murik, in a statement with that title, signed by Professor Ishaq Akintola, Executive Director, Muslim Rights Concern Murik, narrated the role of Northern Muslims led by El-Rufai, the then governor of Kaduna State, in making Tinubu president. In that statement, Professor Ishaq Akintola narrated how Muslims rally around from the north to ensure that Tinubu emerged president. Now, let us look at, I will now read for you Premium Times interpretation of this, of a broadcast by El-Rufai, where El-Rufai spoke in Hausa about the decision to promote Muslim ticket of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That time, look at what he said. I will put the link to that Premium Times report. That is interpretation, Hausa translation of El-Rufai's explanation why Northern Muslims backed Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'll just take this excerpt from the Premium Times translation. When we decided, El-Rufai said, when we decided on Asuwaju Bola Tinubu, when we took the decision to support Asuwaju, I was not on good terms with him. We were fighting. But Professor Akintola came with their leaders from Lagos and commended us for deciding that a Southerner should emerge. They said Yoruba in Southwest have problems. When a Muslim wants to contest an election, they will say he shouldn't contest because he will not win an election. What they believed was that it is only a Christian from Southwest who can contest, so a Muslim from the North is selected as his vice. They said it has not happened since Abiola. They wanted to replicate that. We asked them to go and decide on who will contest, and they said Asuwaju. I told them I am not on good terms with him, but he, Akintola, said we should reconcile for the sake of Islam. And I said we will reconcile. You can see that Muslim tickets, whatever disagreement they had, El-Rufai was able to bury their differences because of Islam, because the victory of Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Muslim ticket will be a victory for Islam. And while I'm doing this, I'm going somewhere because of Islam. He said, for the sake of Islam. And I said, we will reconcile. Okay? He said, I'm not on good terms. I told them, I am not on good terms with him. But here, Akintola said, we should reconcile for the sake of Islam. And I said, we will reconcile. Now you now know that the reason why people voted for Tinubu, those who voted for him, despite all the alleged manipulations by INEC, did it basically for Islam. For Islam. Good. That is the base of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And as I told you earlier on, he is trying to ensure that that base is being shaken now because of his poor performance, but he's trying to keep it intact somehow. That was why he cancelled Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs and created Ministry for Livestock for that base. Now, to show you that Tinubu himself is it's not a happenstance that he believed that contesting under religion was his best bet to the presidency. And I'll put a link again, and I'll put this link on the screen when I finish the recording. In March 2022, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that's a year before the 2023 election, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, had called on the Spring Council for Sharia across the country to create a Department of Political Affairs which could create political awareness among the faithful ahead of the 2023 general election. In March 2022, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the national leader of the APC, had called on the Spring Council for Sharia across the country to create a Department of Political Affairs which could create political awareness among the faithful ahead of the 2023 general election. The presidential aspirant stated this at the annual national conference and pre-Ramadan meeting of the Spring Council for Sharia in Nigeria, which was held at GMT Hotel, Osogbo, the Osun State capital. According to Tinubu, who is a Muslim, to establish a political wing among them will help to mobilize support for the faith, for the faithful who are vying for different political positions. Is to mobilize support for the faithful who are vying for political positions. And he said, and I quote, "You could create a political wing among yourself so that it will further gear your participation in politics. It will be a good platform to support your brothers who are vying for political position, to support your brothers, your fellow Muslim brothers, including himself, who was vying for presidency at that time." So you can see that Tinubu was aware that his base is Islamic, is Muslim. Now, why did Tinubu, if you read the complete statement, complete news, Tinubu was referencing the Redeemed Church of God, which had then created a political department to support members who are vying for election. At that time, the Tinubu camp interpreted that move by the Redeemed Church as a way to mobilize support for Professor Yemi Osibanjo, who is a Christian. So Tinubu himself, knowing that his own base is Islamic, was also putting them in line with that thinking, that thought. Make no mistake about it. It wasn't because of Redeem that Tinubu was basically asking Spring Council for Sharia to create political department across the country. That already had been in the agenda because he was the one liaising with Akintola of Murik to replicate the Abiola Muslim ticket as his base. That was why you can see that the renewed hope was also a copy of Abiola's base when he contested. Now that takes me to Peter Obi. Peter Obi in the 2023 presidential election won 12 states. He won 12 states. In fact, if not for he won 12 states, which many people were shocked, but I was not, because I know that he was poised to win the election. I followed all the opinion polls, which were accurate about the likely winner of that election, and Peter Obi was poised to win it, but for the manipulation of that election by the INEC. It would have been a home run, like what Donald Trump did in America. Now, if you look at Peter Obi won Enugu, Lagos, Nasarawa, Delta, Imo, Cross River, Ebonyi, Anambra, FCT, Abia, Edo, Plateau. He also won River State, according to independent tabulation by Premium Times and the BBC. But that Rivers was given to Bola Ahmed Tinubu by INEC. Peter Obi presented evidence before the courts, election tribunal, up to the Supreme Court, that he also won Benue State, which was also given to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's main base was Islamic, whether we like it or not. He ran on a Muslim ticket. That was the agenda of presenting Muslim ticket. That was it. He ran on religion and then ethnicity. Because when you hear Tinubu say, it is my turn, it's Yoruba turn, he also ran basically on Islam, as I have shown you here, which you can go and verify. Now, of course, by running on Muslim ticket already, you know that that is an Islamic-based campaign. Now, Peter Obi himself, most of the states that he won were Christian-dominated states. It is therefore the responsibility of Peter Obi to ensure that there is no division in these states that he won in 2023, as he goes about trying to win more convert to his side. He cannot afford to antagonize any section of that base. There are many, since he had appeared on that Honest Bunch podcast and talk about night vigil, which created a lot of controversy. And I've seen another video where Peter Obi was doubling down, trying to explain what he meant. He should avoid religious topics that has to do with Christians or even Muslims. Let him concentrate on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's failing as the president of Nigeria. That is what will get him the support he needs from Nigerians in 2027. He cannot afford to divide his base. There are people who are hailing him, but those people are a few Christian elites that don't even vote in election. Perhaps people don't know it. The real people that will vote for him are those people that attend night vigil every day. If there is really anybody that does night vigil on a daily basis, which I doubt. I don't see any church that does night vigil every night. I don't even see any church that does it every week. For that to be an issue. And as I said, I'm doing this video out of love. If Peter Obi is somebody I wanted to be defeated in 2027, I wouldn't even offer this kind of free of charge advice. But I'm saying that Peter Obi should avoid any topic that has to do with the church. No matter how enticing those asking the question, no matter the media organization. Because I can tell you for free People will keep on asking Peter Obi about night vigil. What he said that he want to stop night vigil, he want to turn night vigil, he want to whatever interpretation. But the mischievous journalists will keep on bringing it up because they have now seen something that they can use to divide Peter Obi's base. My advice to him is keep your base intact. Do not dwell on issues that has to do with the church. Whether the church is productive or unproductive should not be your business. Your business of Peter Obi should be to point out the failings of Tinubu administration, how the APC have rigged this country. I just see the other day, they are still writing, APC is still writing in their statements that Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. That is a lie from the pit of hell. They took Nigeria from the largest economy in Africa to the number 4th. We are not the largest economy in Africa. These are the lies that Peter Obi should be pointing out. The failings of this government. He should not allow himself to be drawn to the issue of religion, especially Christian religion or even Islamic religion. That to me is a free advice I'm giving to him if he wants to win the 2027 election. Although I have said it, there are bottlenecks. There are changes that need to be done in the Electoral Act. And then the Nigerian people must be determined that we can no longer tolerate APC any day longer than May 29, 2027. That should be where he should be concentrating his energies. How to reform the electoral system, mobilizing Nigeria and the opposition. Let the opposition coalesce around him. If you're a follower of this channel, you know I have said it repeatedly. Only Peter Obi can defeat the APC in the coming election with the support of all Nigerians, so that the victory of Peter Obi will be so overwhelming that INEC cannot even help Tinubu to rig it. And there will be no point going to court, INEC, to Supreme Court, where the president had already appointed people inside there too. It will be like what Trump did in America, because the victory will be so overwhelming that nobody will have to complain. Nigerian people will say enough is enough with this hardship. That should be where Peter Obi should concentrate his campaign on. He should not do anything that will divide his base. That will mark the beginning of the end of his 2027 campaign. The reason why they respect him, Atiku Abubakar, everybody, they are cutting him, is because of this his base. He cannot afford to divide it by his own utterances, by the interviews he grants. He should do anything possible to maintain this base while he go about looking for those who are the other voters from other sections of Nigeria, other interests, to solidify his victory in 2027. That's my take. And as I said, I did this out of love for Peter Obi and out of love for my country, believing that Peter Obi is the best for this country, and that this country would not have been in this mess if the 2023 presidential election was free and fair and Peter Obi declared the winner of that election. I don't know what you think about this. I tried to make sure that this video is not long, but it has gotten this long. But bear with me, but I have to say all these things. I don't know what you think about my position on Peter Obi keeping off from issues that has to do with Christian religion or even Islamic religion, to concentrate mostly on issues about how Tinubu is misgoverning Nigeria, how Tinubu and the APC have destroyed this country and taken it and making it a failed state, like Obasanjo pointed out recently. That should be the point of interest of Peter Obi. No podcast should ever make him to be talking about issues of religion in relation to productivity in Nigeria. We know some of the issues that deter productivity in Nigeria. No electricity, no water, high cost of fuel. All these things are the things that affect productivity. The small-scale farmers, the small-scale small business people, they can't have access to energy to power their generator, to do all the things they need to do to be able to be productive. And the transportation costs, the bad roads, what have you. Those are the issues that brings down productivity in Nigeria. He should concentrate on that. Those are the issues that the government of the day ought to address, and he should hold them accountable. That's my take on this issue, and I don't know what to think about it. Whatever is your position on this, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.